This is Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve Nugent, right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth Nugent.
And the truth will set you free.
He covers everything from high school to the pros and everything in between here in the Tri-Cities. Now, let's go to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. It is, should I say, it was a beautiful Monday. I am Steve the Truth here with the one, the only, the man, the legend. That is Mr. Harry Clary. Harry, how you doing today, buddy?
Oh, pretty good. It was beautiful for a cold fall day.
Exactly. And we got the Mr. Entertainer here with us, Mr. Rick Morris, who Elixir, should I say, was playing this past Saturday night. How was the show, Rick?
One of our members was sick, so we had to cancel.
All right. Where y'all getting to play next?
We're going to be playing New Year's Eve at the Ville in Mechanicsville.
All right. That sounds like fun. And, of course, this is The Bottom Line. We're a sports talk radio show coming up at the bottom of the hour. One of our proud sponsors, Tony's Oily World. Toni Carr Hathaway will be with us to get you set for the holiday seasons with the Orioles. And then the second hour of the show, an old friend of Harry's and Rick is going to join us, Mr. Randy Wilson. Now, of course, I spoke to him just a little while ago. And he's head over heels and can't wait to come and talk about his Minnesota Vikings win over the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, most people's head is over their heels.
You're exactly right. And, of course, he's going to talk a little fantasy football with us as well, and he's going to be our guest picker on Who You Got right here on The Bottom Line, and that's the 7 o'clock hour. So, get it started. Harry, how was your weekend, buddy?
It was pretty good, but I was just thinking heels over head and love makes more sense to me.
Yep, you're exactly right. Rick, how was your weekend?
It was pretty good. We finished up the weekend today going to Sam's Club and Christmas shopping and stuff like that, so it was pretty fun.
I did some Christmas shopping as well this past weekend. I went to Colonial Heights, and, the little stigma everybody talks about Walmart. We had, like I said, some small kids in there throwing fits and this, that, and the other. And how would, that's the holiday season right there is seeing that.
Well, you get to see what pajamas are in style.
That you do. You exactly do. And, of course, yesterday I worked 3 to 4 hours at the Hopewell Optimist Club tree lot, Christmas tree lot, because I'm a member there. We work every 3 days. Team number 2. Give team number 2 a shout-out out there, Johnny Martinez. I finally got, of course, he won a bobblehead from the show about a month ago, and I got that to him yesterday. But yeah, if you're looking for a Christmas tree, a real tree, we got some Frasers and Bostons down there at the corner, right there at the Circle, Hopewell Optimist Club. Of course, all the money goes to helping the youth in sports and the programs of that. And of course, this past weekend, our high school football schedule kind of ended up. Varina locally won the state championship. Want to give them a big shout out. Of course, in segment 2, I'll go through all the scores for the state championship. But Class 4, Varina, of course, when they beat Dinwiddie and shut Dinwiddie out, we thought that was a big deal because Dinwiddie was number 1 all year. And it's, hey, they're going to win the state championship. And they did. And they shut out Loudoun County, should I say, 47-0. So big shout out to the Blue Devils of Varina for their state championship win. And fellas, yesterday the Washington Redskins had a big win. I hate to say a big win, but they did beat the Giants 29-21. Good to see the home team winning.
Yeah, it really was. I predicted the Giants were going to win, and Steve, I think this has been the hardest year for me to predict football I have ever seen.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, just wait to the second hour and our scores.
Hey,
I'm 10 games behind both of y'all.
Well, and I'm bad. So.
Yeah. And then the big news, of course, coming out of the National Football League yesterday, the Kansas City Chiefs, after making the playoffs 10 years in a row, making 5 Super Bowls, winning 3 championships, will not be in the playoffs. They are officially eliminated from the playoffs, and their franchise quarterback went down with an ACL. Harry, your thoughts on that?
Well, I think I said last show he will never go to another Super Bowl.
And he ain't going this year.
Well, not this year. I still think, I did say he was not going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I think he could go to. I think Kansas City is paying out a lot of money, to him and other players. I think they're going to have to get rid of some of the high paying players and rebuild.
Yeah, I agree. I think the head coach, Andy Reid, he's been coaching a long time. This might be a good time for him to squeeze out of there. And the rumors all day on Sports Talk today throughout what I was listening to, Travis Kelce, is he going to retire?
And why did they stop calling Andy Reid the Walrus?
I don't know. Maybe
he was the Walrus, and all of a sudden he's not the Walrus anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
he trimmed that mustache. That's what it was.
Well, I think John Lennon was the Walrus. Some people say it was Paul, but and some say it was Andy Reid.
Yep. Now, Rick, on the other side of the coin, we got Micah Parsons. Of course, he was a big deal at the beginning of the season. Green Bay gave up a couple picks and players to get him, make a difference maker for Green Bay to make a run in the playoffs. And Rick, Micah Parsons is actually, he has a torn ACL as well. Your thoughts?
I hate to see any player get hurt, even if they're an opponent. He was a great player, so he's going to be a missed player on that team. Yeah,
and that puts Green Bay losing to Rick's Denver Broncos yesterday, which, you know, they went from possibly being a 1 seed to being the 7th seed right now, the Green Bay Packers are.
What is surprising me about Green Bay is Josh Jacobs is playing very, very well. And the passing game you think would be flourishing because the running back is doing so well. Yeah. You know, generally when you got a running game, it opens up the passing game. It doesn't seem to be doing that for Green Bay.
Right, and I had Jordan Love on my fantasy football. Of course, my fantasy season is over, but Harry's is not. In both of his leagues, he had a bye. Way to go, Harry. Of course, the big game is tonight. So I say big game. I am a Miami Dolphin fan. We still got slim hopes. We are 6-7. Yeah, 6-7, 6-7, 6-7.
Go Dolphins.
Yeah, if we can win tonight over the Pittsburgh Steelers, we can be 7-7 and still have a chance. Of course, need help. Need Houston to lose a couple games with the 3 remaining. But with that, Pittsburgh is a 3-point favorite, and the over and under is 42.5. The game is tonight, 8:15 on ESPN. And a couple little side notes, Harry and Rick, with this ball game. Coach Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers has never lost a Monday night game at home.
Until tonight?
Possibly until tonight. And Rick, Tua turned the ball over. Tua has never won a game under 40 degrees. He's 0-7.
Wow.
So something's got to break. Well, not really.
Well, we're going to call it 70s night because both of those teams were dominant in the 70s.
They were that.
Isn't that a trend for the Dolphins team even before Tua?
Yeah, well, we got that stigma. Not when Dan Marino played. He come from Pittsburgh, so he could play in there. But here recently, we can't win in the cold, and it'll be intriguing to see. I don't know if it's a possible snow. I know yesterday it was snowing in Pittsburgh, but I'm hoping the Dolphins have a chance. It, like I said, should be fun.
I have a game plan for the Dolphins that would be very successful.
What is that?
Give the ball to Achane. But not only that, do some end arounds with Waddle. I mean, I think Tua needs to take the pressure off of himself. It's going to be a low-scoring game, like you said, 42 being the over-under. Run the ball.
Yeah, I hope so. There should be a lot of running in the cold game. But just like we do every Monday at this time, just about 10 minutes after the hour, 6 o'clock, it is time for...
It's time for On This Date in Sports History
with Harry Clary. Brought to you by Carr Brothers, the gathering place located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road. Now, here's Harry.
Carr Brothers, the gathering place, best burger in town.
Yes, sir.
Is sponsoring this segment of the show. On this day in sports history, December the 15th. These are things that happened on December the 15th through the years. 1966, the New Orleans Saints became the 16th NFL franchise. Now, there's a name there, New Orleans. It's pronounced about 37 different ways. If you listen to the song House of the Rising Sun, he says there is a house in New Orleans. And at the end of the song, he says, down in New Orleans. Anyway, there was 3 more teams came in that year. None of them were that good, except for maybe the Dolphins. I had to throw that in, Steve. Okay, on this day in 1974, the Miami Dolphins won at the Orange Bowl for the 31st consecutive time. That's pretty amazing feat there.
That is.
But I guess Bob Greasy was quarterback back then. They were handing off still probably to Zonka and Kick. Also, on this day in 1982, Paul Bear Bryant announced his retirement as head coach at Alabama. That was 1982. In 1992, Arthur Ashe was named Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year. I met Arthur Ashe in 1975 at the United Virginia Bank tennis tournament. And because I played tennis, I got a chance to talk to him. He was a very, very nice guy. In 1996, on December the 15th, Troy Aikman passed Roger Staubach's Cowboy passing record of 22,700 passing yards.
Yeah.
That's 22,000, Steve. How many do you think Dan Marino threw for?
He threw for 50,000, I think.
61,000.
Yeah, 61,000.
Okay, and how many did John Elway throw for?
50,000.
51.
Yes.
How many did Tom Brady throw for?
You got me, Harry. I don't know.
Almost 90,000. He had 89,000 something.
Yeah, he played, 20 years?
He played 142 years.
It seemed like it.
He could still come back and play now.
But anyway, Troy Aikman threw for 22,700 passing yards, about 1/4 of Brady.
But what he has that Marino don't have is 3 championships.
Yeah, and Aikman claims he leads the league in throwing to the 1-yard line. Hence, that's why Emmitt Smith got so many touchdowns.
Yeah.
Okay, 1996. John Elway. Forgot what team he played for.
The Broncos.
Denver Broncos.
It wasn't the Baltimore Colts, I can tell you that.
No, it almost was.
Yeah.
He won his 126th game to set an NFL record at that time.
Oh, man.
In 1996, he won more games than any other quarterback.
Yeah.
1997, the San Francisco 49ers retired Joe Montana's number 16 during halftime in a game with the Denver Broncos.
Ooh.
Who do you think won that game?
The Denver Broncos.
San Francisco 34-17 doubled their score.
That was a trick question.
Yes, it was. I had to look it up because I was interested. I would have thought Denver would have won the game, but no. 49ers won that game. Also, birthdays today. November the 15th. Who was born on November the 15th? Jack Dempsey. He was the first holder of the World Middleweight Championship boxer. I don't remember much about him. I was real young in 1862. In 1940, Nick Bonacani's birthday. He was a linebacker for
the Miami Dolphins.
Didn't he play for somebody else first?
I'm not sure, but he was on that 72 team, I believe.
Yes, he was. I think he played for Chicago or somebody. I hope I'm wrong. We'll get a caller. They'll call in and tell me, hey, no, Harry. Okay. I think he played for somebody else, though. 1972, Rodney Harrison was born, safety for the Patriots. And in 1987, Josh Norman, cornerback, famous for getting in fights with a lot of really great wide receivers. Played for the Panthers and the 49ers. His birthday, 1987. That does it for On This Day in Sports History and birthdays on this day, December the 15th.
Yeah, brought to you by Carr Brothers. the gathering place. Be sure to check them out right there at 3100 Jackson Farm Road. With that, we're going to take a break, and don't forget, coming up at the bottom of the hour at 6:30, Toni's Early World. Of course, Toni's here already right there in the lobby. She'll be with us. And then at the top of the hour, 7 o'clock, Randy Wilson will be joining us talking fantasy football and the Minnesota Vikings, and he'll be our guest picker this week. Of course, he is a talented singer as well. He's been stepped in and played sung at Carr Brothers as well. So looking forward to hanging out with him the second hour of the show. With that, we're going to take a break. You're listening to The Bottom Line right here on WHAP, The Point.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steak, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Toni Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Hemco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Hemco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Hemco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The gathering place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Craving a burger, a shake, or something sweet? Come on down to City Point Ice Cream and Burgers. They're serving all your favorites right here in the heart of Hopewell. From classic burgers and fries to their signature crazy shakes, you'll find exactly what you're looking for. City Point Ice Cream and Burgers is located at 236 East Broadway, downtown Hopewell, open Thursday through Monday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sundays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. City Point, more than just a burger. That's City Point Ice Cream and Burgers.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line.
That's what I said.
These are the types of drives that they can show everyone. Henderson bounces away, and Henderson is off to the races. Look at May. Does he have another one in him? May sprung it. He does. Touchdown. Goodbye. Travion Henderson. Drake May leading the way. If you want.
All right, that was a call from yesterday with big game between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills, and that's the hometown boy, of course, Travion Henderson, with a 65-yard run there for a touchdown just after Buffalo takes the lead for the first time, 28-24, after New England had the 21-point lead. And they come back, and Buffalo ended up winning the game. But stats for Travion Henderson yesterday, 12 carries, 142 yards, and 2 long touchdown runs. Harry, what do you think?
Well, that guy has the best instincts I think I've ever seen of any pro. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, he is an elite superstar now, and these guys think they have the angle on him, and they don't. No, he outruns the angle.
He is just fast. Yesterday, the first one, they clocked him going 21.2 miles an hour.
That's amazing in pads.
Yeah, that's crazy. And we had Coach Irby back doing the thing in Indianapolis, the workouts in Indianapolis, and his 40 was 4.34. The combine, and Coach Irby said he can run faster than that if somebody's chasing him.
He said he's as fast as he needs to be at the time.
That's exactly right. You're just joining us here. It's 22 minutes after the hour 6 o'clock. This is the bottom line. I am Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary and Rick Morris. Big game tonight in the National Football League. It's getting down to the nitty-gritty here toward the end of the season. Miami travels to Pittsburgh. Kickoff at 8:15 right here on ESPN. Should I say on ESPN? Of course, we're a Fox Sports affiliate, but ESPN tonight. Check that out. And I'll be at Carr Brothers shortly after the show's over, and we'll check out some of the game. If you're out there, stop by Carr Brothers and say hello. Of course, coming up in about 8 minutes is Toni Carr Hathaway, the owner of Carr Brothers and Tony's Oily World. She'll be here talking to us about what we need to get going, and let's see if we can get this caller on there. Caller, you there? Hello? Caller, you there? Well, maybe not. Maybe
somebody's going to tell us who Nick Bonacani played for.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, but with that, we're going to go right into the I did want to mention the state championship football games this past weekend, this past Saturday. Of course, that's why we play the games to get on, should I say, to win a championship. Of course, Class 4, I mentioned earlier at the top of the show, 47-0, Verona defeats Loudoun County. Big win for the Blue Devils of Verona. Of course, Class 6, Oscar Smith defeated North Stratford 44-0. So that's a big win for Oscar Smith. They got some top-notch guys. The wide receiver for Oscar Smith is committed to the University of Michigan. So that's a big one. Of course, Class 5 is Murray and Highland Springs. Murray out of the 757. They defeats Highland Springs 25-7. So you're updated with all of the high school state championship games this past weekend. And while I got a moment, I do want to give a shout out to answer your question, Harry.
Boston Patriots.
Yeah, he played for the Boston Patriots before going to the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, thanks, Big Woody, man, and thanks again, Big Woody, for keeping us up to date all season long. I'm telling you, he's a big part of Friday Night Football right here on WHAP and keeping us up.
Yeah, if you want to get a phone call, man, or a text, just make a mistake on the radio. That's what I found.
You're exactly right. But Big Woody is, he's also sent me the one stat I brought up in the production meeting that you said you heard, that talking about the National Football League with Mahomes going down yesterday, being hurt for the rest of the season, that this is the first postseason without either Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, or Patrick Mahomes since 1998. And I told two young men that today that works in my office, neither one of them were born in 1998. I tell you, what, 27 years. That's amazing. That's
a long time.
That is a very long time. Someone sent out a...
and how many passing yards do you think Patrick Mahomes has?
Ooh, I don't know. That's worth a Google.
About 35,000.
Yeah. Well, take a look at the Hopewell basketball schedule coming up. Of course, this time of the show, we always try to get you updated with the home team. Right here, you heard it right here on WHAP on Friday night. Meadowbrook and Hopewell. Hopewell defeated on 51-38. Of course, Hopewell is in action tomorrow at Dinwiddie. I don't think that game is going to be on WHAP. But then Thursday night, John Marshall comes to town. That's going to be a big game right there. And
New Marshall in town.
Yeah, that's great. Taking a look at the first time they're playing Petersburg, it's at home on January 9th. Now, Petersburg, they beat Colonial Heights this past weekend 84-33, 84-33, and it wasn't that close.
They let them score a little bit at the end.
Yeah, and like I said, that's amazing that Petersburg is ranked 5th in the nation. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I understand that new coach has got them in line.
Ty White has got them in line, and the guard on that team is already committed to Oklahoma State to play Division I basketball.
I was committed to Virginia State one time.
Yeah, and when you went to Virginia Wise. Yeah, but like I said, once we get the schedule of what games WHAP will carry for Hopewell High School basketball, we will pass it on to you. With that, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the one, the only Toni Carr Hathaway will be with us, and we're talking frankincense tonight. The king of oils right here around Christmas time. So looking forward to that and talking to Toni Carr Hathaway on that. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, Toni Carr will be with us. Toni Carr Hathaway will be with us right here on WHAP, The Point.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Toni Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Himco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Himco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Himco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383. or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line.
That's what I said. All right, just as promised, it is just about the bottom of the hour. 6:31 right here on the bottom line. I'm Steve the Truth. Don't forget tonight, kickoff is 8:15. The Miami Dolphins playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. Can the Miami Dolphins stay alive tonight? Don't forget VCU basketball tonight at 7 o'clock as well. And it is that time. Of course, it is Christmas time, and we are here with Toni Carr Hathaway. Toni, how are you doing today?
I am doing great, and I wanted to say Merry Christmas, and I actually have a little something for you.
Oh.
That's not oily. He doesn't have to taste it or smell it or put it on. When I was cleaning up a lot of stuff up at Carr Brothers, so I used to sit somewhere at Carr Brothers. I don't know where, but...
Oh, well, folks, y'all have to check out the show next Tuesday on Channel 3 on local cable. And I'll make sure this picture of this Miami Dolphin helmet, that is an older version of the Miami Dolphins, but I love the old logo. Toni Carr Hathaway just brought that up. We'll leave it right there in the studio. And like I said, thanks so much. Of course, you can, like I said, we'll be on Comcast Channel 3 tomorrow from 5 to 6. Drew Evans will be our guest tomorrow. And then next Tuesday, we'll be on there, and Toni Carr Hathaway will be on there from 5 to 6. And I always come to Carr Brothers and watch it on Tuesday. So if you're out and about on Tuesdays, stop by Carr Brothers and check out the show. It's a lot of fun. And it is Christmas time, Toni, and we're talking about frankincense right now. Why does it matter this time of year?
Well, for sure, this is the perfect season to talk about frankincense. Right now, everybody's tired. They're not eating right. You're eating on the run if you're eating at all. You're sleeping less, and you're stressed about money, about what gifts to get people, and if you got to go to your grandparents or your aunts or your uncles or somewhere. So, I mean, there's so much stress. So when your body starts to get run down, things start breaking down. And fall and early winter is really when we see all this, because think about it, that's like when we start having holidays and people start getting stressed and they travel and they start worrying about money. But what I love about frankincense is that it supports the body before these things happen, before it gets a chance to break down. And this is starting at the cellular level. And that's what shows up in so many different areas of your body.
Yeah, you mentioned the cellular level. Can you explain what that means really simply?
Sure. The body is made up of tiny little workers, which we call cells, of course, and every single one of them has a job. When we're stressed or we're sleeping less and we're eating all that junk food and stuff, all those things pile up and the workers get tired and confused and they can't communicate with each other too well.
I get like that sometimes too.
I know. Well, you need frankincense. So cellular support just means giving your cells what they need to do their job. Kind of like when your cell phone dies. Instead of just getting mad because your cell phone's dead, you charge it. You give it what it needs, so you plug it in. So frankincense can help support all those little workers, your cells, so the body can do what it was designed to do.
Yeah, frankincense is often called the king of oils. Why is that?
Frankincense is the king of oils because it works so differently than some of the other oils. For one thing, it was given to baby Jesus, when baby Jesus was born, and that could have been for hormonal issues. It could have been for skin issues. It could have been for Mary as much as it is for baby Jesus. But frankincense, it doesn't focus on just one symptoms. It supports the whole entire body. Most of the oils are amazing for like specific things, maybe one or two different things, but frankincense supports the brain, the body, the skin, and even emotions. It also helps other oils work better when you layer them on together. Like Steve was talking about deep blue one day, and if you say your knee's hurting or your shoulder and you put deep blue on, if you put frankincense on top of that, it's going to drive it in even more. It's going to kind of get the oils to where they need to go. It's kind of like a delivery truck. It carries your oils to wherever they're supposed to be. But I mean, that's why it's been valued for thousands of years. I mean, it isn't just a new trend where people are talking about frankincense. It's been around forever, but it's foundational wellness.
Yeah, how does that connect to the brain and how people feel mentally?
That's a great question, because the brain has cells that control your focus, your mood, and your calmness, and your memory. Frankincense supports those, too. That's why people often notice clearer thinking, calmer emotions, especially during stressful seasons like we have now. I was going to get Steve to put a drop in his hands, and he's going to rub it. Let's see.
There you go.
Okay. Just rub them together, and he's going to inhale it. This won't burn your eyes.
Remember last time we did it.
This won't burn. It won't do anything. But inhale 3 or 4 times. And it's going to help you. It's very calming. It's going to help you with clear mind. It helps with memory. But we'll just see how he likes it. All right?
Yeah, I hope. Well, my Miami Dolphins play tonight, so I need something to calm me down.
That's right. That's right.
You mentioned the brain earlier. What makes frankincense different there?
Well, this is where it gets kind of cool. Your brain has a built-in protection system called the blood-brain barrier. And its job is to keep out harmful things. And most things can't even penetrate through the brain at all. But frankincense contains very, very tiny, small natural compounds that can cross that barrier and support calm and clear brain function, and even help with memory also.
If somebody's never used frankincense before, how should they start using them?
I kind of always tell people just to start with a drop. I mean, rub a drop between your hands and inhale it. You can also put a drop on the back of your neck or up and down your spine. Your feet is a good place to put it, too. I like to take frankincense since it's safe for internal use. I take it for cellular health. I'll take a drop under my tongue morning and night. But I only use, and this is really important, I only use doTERRA because I trust how their oils are sourced, tested, and verified for purity. Mm-hmm. And with this quality, even on your skin, quality really matters. But because there's so many oils on the market that are diluted or either adulterated, especially if you buy them, I guess it's okay to say on Amazon.
Yeah.
Nobody can get me. I'm on the radio.
Yeah.
But we don't really sell on Amazon. So if something's on Amazon, it's possible that somebody has filled up a doTERRA bottle with a cheaper oil or maybe a drop or two of oil, and then they fill the rest of it up with a carrier oil. Mm-hmm. And so you're not getting a pure bottle of oil. You're just getting some oil that might have a little bit in it. But, I mean, that's why I always encourage people to make sure they buy pure. Check out the oils before you get them. And look up, if you just Google or now ChatGPT or something, frankincense and abnormal cell research, the studies that they have on that are just amazing. And you kind of need to read between the lines, I guess. But once people start using it, they'll see how wonderful it pairs with different oils. And like I say, remember, it is that driving oil. So if you want a little more power behind one of the oils that you have, you put frankincense on top of it. This month, there's actually an opportunity to earn a free 15 ml frankincense bottle. It never goes on sale, but every Christmas they do. If you make a purchase of a certain amount, then you get a free bottle.
Oh.
So that's always great in December.
Yeah, we were talking earlier during the commercial, and was talking about my coworker Noah, who is he's a young man, 23 years old, and we were discussing the show tonight coming on, and his mom is familiar with these oils, and he was talking about Deep Blue, and he said, "You ever rub that on your chest?" I said, "Yeah, that's what you do." And like I said, I'm bringing that up because, folks out there's a lot of people that use these oils, and if you never have, you should at least try it. And I'm telling you, it will definitely make a difference. I take Omegas every day, and it definitely gives you a boost of energy, and it takes away, I tell you how it helped me, Tony. It's took it away that 2:30 feeling at 2:30.
That's
great. During the day, you know, getting ready, you got 2 hours left of work. It's like, yarning, but that's helped me out a lot.
Glenn and I are both actually out of hours. This is the second day that we've been out. I don't know how that happened, but my order's on the way. But I can tell a difference in my energy level just from not having those today.
It does carve your appetite a little bit, but, it definitely gives you the energy. And if you take 3 a day, I only take 1 in the morning, but if you take 3 a day, I'm pretty sure you stay pretty
we take 3,
energetic. Now, it is just about 29 minutes toward the hour of 7 o'clock. You're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth. I'm here with Toni Carr Hathaway of Carr Brothers and Tony's Oily World, proud sponsor of The Bottom Line. And, Tony, if you have one final thought on the oils.
Well, our bodies were designed to heal, balance, and protect themselves. And frankincense, it doesn't force anything. It just supports the body at its foundation, just the way God designed it. Especially this time of year, it really matters because there's so much stress right now. We went shopping the other day, and oh my gosh, the prices for toys were just unbelievable.
We mentioned it in the opening of what we did this weekend, and Angela, my wife, and I went to did some Christmas shopping at the Target and the Walmart there in Colonial Heights, and a lot of people. And it's like I said, the one thing that I've learned in 54 years when you do that, make sure you eat well before you go.
Right.
And then have patience.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that, it's going to be really, really difficult out there with everybody.
It's a stressful time of year, and stress does wear on your body. It's usually the time, if I'm not proactive, that I usually get run down. I used to get kind of sick every Christmas time. And it's because I burn the candle at both ends at this time of year, doing things. By the way, can I say we're having, every year we take care of...
I got that written down, the 17th.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, we do our wrapping party. We take care of some foster kids, or this year we got them from one of the school system. We've got 4 kids that we buy stuff for. And we're going to wrap them on the 17th, which is Wednesday. Start about 5:30, and then we have Matt Via coming to spend some, but to play some good Christmas cheer spread around. And then we'll have Chinese gift exchange, stuff like that. And then Friday, we have Jeff Kraft coming.
Oh,
too.
Yeah, that's a big, And
we got
then
a good week coming up.
Yeah,
and
that's
karaoke.
That's right there at Carr Brothers. Karaoke's Thursdays, every Thursday, and you do have it sometime on Saturdays. And like I said, they're located right there at 3100 Jackson Farm Road. Check them out. And they'll have the game on tonight between the Dolphins and the Steelers. If you're out and about, stop by and check it out. Best burger in town, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
And
come see us.
If you're interested in learning about the oils, Tony will get you hooked up with that as well. So, Tony, tell them where they can find you at if they're interested.
Instagram or on Facebook at Tony's Oily World. Just like the page. Message me. You can put in the comments, or you can text me 804-446-6444, or even send messenger. But I'd love to be able to help you just get what you need. You don't have to have everything, but just one step in the right direction can be, I won't say life-changing, but it can make big changes.
Yes, it can. I would say give a shout-out to MK and Christy and Moose and Kathy and Keith and Katrina and Skin and quite a few of the other ones that hang out at the Carr Brothers. That's their everyday thing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And check out
keep the doors open.
Check out Carr Brothers on Facebook as well for their daily specials.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Tony, thanks so much again, and tell Glenn to keep rooting for them Wahoos. Of course, I was at the game last weekend. It was a lot of fun. We come up a little short, but hey, Now we're on to basketball.
I know. He's been watching a lot of basketball with Travis being the head coach of the JV team.
Yeah, that's
They've
great.
won their first 3 games, so that's exciting.
Yeah, that's a big deal. I see JV won last Friday, and then they got a game tomorrow night at Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
So it should be fun. With that, we're going to take a break. It is just about 7:15. You're listening to The Bottom Line right here on WHAP Hopewell.
Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Himco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Himco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Himco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
911 is the number that can save civilians' lives. 1-800-COP-LINE is the number that can save yours. Did you know more cops die by suicide than in the line of duty? Talk to a cop who cares. Call 1-800-COP-LINE or visit VAFirstResponderWellness.org. The life you save could be your own. Paid for by the Virginia Department of Criminal Justice Services.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Toni Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
This is Donovan McNabb, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve Nugent, right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
Why don't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line. That's what I
said. All right, we're back here with The Bottom Line. I am Steve the Truth Guy. The one, the only, Harry Clary is with us, and Rick Morris taking a look at your scoreboard for tonight. Of course, Miami takes on Pittsburgh tonight. Miami 6-7, Pittsburgh 7-6. Taking a look at your NBA scores, should I say, or get you caught up. It's just shortly at 7 o'clock. It is Detroit taking on Boston. Detroit, of course, is 20-5. Boston 15-10. At 7:30 is Toronto and Miami. At 9 o'clock is Dallas and Utah. And then at 9:30 is Houston taking on Denver. And then 10:30 is Memphis taking on the Clippers. All right, we're back here. I am Steve the Truth with Harry Clary and Rick Morris. We just had Tony Carr with us of Tony's Oily Worlds and Tony Carr Hathaway and Carr Brothers, where they got one of the best burgers in town. It is just about time for, sponsored by Hourglass Realty Group, the college update that we do every week here, and we're going to talk college football bowl games. I was at the ACC championship game between UVA and Duke. UVA came and tied it up with 22 seconds to go, 20-20, and we ended up losing in overtime, 27-20. But we had fun all in all. JB and Cam, we all had a good time there. We're wishing that UVA could have made the college football playoffs, but they come up a little short. But James Madison University, one of our proud sponsors, Andy Clark School of Legion Jones Insurance, they are making the trip to Oregon to play the Oregon Ducks on this weekend coming up. So it should be a big time. Of course, Kyle English, we had him on when we were promoting the Downtown Partnership, and Kyle English was with us from Nags Head when we had Drew with us as well, and he's already got his tickets and ready to go to Oregon. Should be fun.
It was terrible what happened to Notre Dame because when they didn't make it, they all started crying and they slipped and fell in the tears and bruised their egos.
Yeah, I agree. And like I said, my opinion on that, if Notre Dame was in the ACC every other sport, Notre Dame, they're in the ACC except football. And now the NCAA has catered to them since they didn't make the playoffs, that if they are in the top 12, it was the top 15. If they're in the top 12, they will get into the playoffs. But Miami beat them straight up. Both of them are 10-2. Miami beat them head-to-head back in September, in the end of August. And I think Miami well-deserved getting in.
Notre Dame they get ranked high in the ratings almost every year, and I think it's a lot due to tradition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they got the prettiest helmets.
Yeah, they got
any team. I mean, you got to admit, Steve.
Yeah,
is there a helmet prettier than Notre Dame's helmet?
No, it's definitely nice and shiny.
They are that.
Yeah, and then Notre Dame decided not to go to a bowl game. Said, "Hey, if we can't make the playoffs, we're not going at all."
Well, they slipped in those tiers, and that's some of them got groin injuries from their legs spreading apart, slipping in the tiers.
Yep. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is Boise State taking on Washington in the SoFi Bowl. That's in Inglewood, California, tomorrow at 8 o'clock on ABC. That's a big one. And taking a look, Old Dominion, that's local school, taking on South Florida. They're in the Capital World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. That will be Wednesday, the 17th at 5 o'clock. Louisiana and Delaware in the Hancock Whitney Stadium Mobile Bowl. That'll be Thursday, December 18th. And Xbox Bowl, Missouri State and Arkansas State. That's Friday, the 19th. And like I said, UVA will be traveling to Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida, to take on the Missouri Tigers at 7:30 on ABC. And that game is on December 27th. So it's a big matchup there, and it's going to be fun to watch the college football playoffs, and I can see them expanding it to more teams to get more teams in. And like I said, as a UVA fan, we had a chance to get in, just come up a little short, and on to basketball season we go. And the basketball team's looking pretty good as well. We're ranked, like I said, last week. We did have a show last week, but last week the football team and the basketball team both ranked in the top 25 in men's sports. So
Virginia got beat by one of those lingerie bowl teams, didn't they?
Oh, that's terrible. Yep, you're right, though. But look, coming up in the next hour, we're going to take a break here. It is just about 5 minutes toward 7. When we come back, we're going to have an old friend of Harry and Rick's joining us, Mr. Randy Wilson. Of course, he is definitely the entertainer that can be, as well as y'all are. And it should be fun hearing him talk fantasy football. Of course, he's in a big-time fantasy league and made the playoffs. And the Minnesota Vikings won last night over the Dallas Cowboys. That's a big deal. Although they were eliminated before the game started, right before the game started, with the outcomes of some of the games yesterday.
They decided they'd eliminate Dallas while they were out.
And they're trying to eliminate Dallas as well. And they got 1%.
Return the favor.
That's right. Return the favor. So Randy will be with us. We'll talk to him. And we're going to do top 5 and bottom 5 of the National Football League. And then later on in the hour, we're going to play Who You Got. We're going to give you our thoughts about what's going to happen this week. Of course, with only 3 weeks left in the National Football regular season, it should be fun to watch over the next couple of weeks. And the game tonight, I hope, falls into the Miami Dolphins' favors. With that, we'll be right back. You're listening to The Bottom Line right here on WHAP, The Point.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Himco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Himco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Himco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what he originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And Natural Solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Toni Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
This is Mark Malone, and you're listening to The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth Nugent, right here on Sports Radio 1340 WHAP Hopewell.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with The Bottom Line.
That's what I said.
All right, we are headed right into the second hour of the show. We do want to thank Toni Carr Hathaway for being with us the first hour of the show. And taking a look, of course, the Miami Dolphins' big game tonight against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Over and under is 42.5, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are favored by 3 points. And taking a look at that, I am here with Harry Clary, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, that is Mr. Harry Clary, and Rick Morris. And joining us here now in the K&L studios, the one, the only, Randy Wilson. Randy, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm great, man. Thanks for having me on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you coming, man. And like I said, we brought you on because of your sports experts and, expertise. And can't say too much about that hat, Harry. What do you think? Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, no. You can't put down the Minnesota Vikings today.
I was just wondering who his professional football team is.
We're really impressed last night with they finally got an offensive line, and it gave some protection, and I really thought he looked good. I think he'll develop if we can protect him a little.
I like y'all's. I hope y'all keep your coach. I know he's been on the hot seat a little bit, but I hope y'all keep everything you got. I like J.J. McCarthy, and hopefully he'll be able to. And, of course, you got the wide receiver, Jefferson, right there.
Yeah, the quarterback was the thing. I mean, they were really rolling until they started having the quarterback, and everybody's like, got rid of the quarterback. He should have done it, and I could say that's probably true to a point, but I think McCarthy, has a good chance if they just protect him like that.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself and, about, your, not sports, but just you in general.
Well, I worked in a plant for 33 years, swing shift, so I'm so glad that I'm out of that and retired. But when we did have the plant back in there, it was it used to be called Allied Signal back in the 80s. And that's when we got together and started a fantasy football league, and that was 27 years ago now. And back then, like we were talking about, you didn't have the computers and all the stats like you have now. We would actually have to get a paper every Monday and go through there, and Tuesday actually after Monday night game, and add up the points and then see who would win. And if everybody's just so into it, and so now it's just developed, and so here we are, 27 years later, and we're still playing.
Yeah, what plant did you work at? A plant or B plant?
B plant.
Oh, in Chester?
Yes.
Yeah, my dad worked there on the third floor, Wayne Nugent.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
I did. I knew him. Yep.
Yeah. And Harry worked there too.
He was there before. He was there in the 70s, so he beat me out.
Yeah, I worked in down twist, winding. I'd go to building 5 every now and then. I worked in inspection. I worked in the warehouse.
Right.
Draw twist.
Yep.
We probably had some of the same foremen.
That was mine, draw twist. But and then the thing was, when we first came on, we had like 3,000 people, but as time goes by, they got rid of all the string plants, and it just became a polymer plant. And we got down to like 300 people, and when I left, there was like 300 people there.
Yeah,
my mother and stepdad worked there too.
Yeah.
Now, I see you on Facebook a lot, traveling the world.
Yeah, that's what retirement's for, right? I've been out 4 years now, so we do some cruises.
And you're a Dodger fan. I've seen you out in L.A.
And everybody doesn't understand that. How can you be a Viking fan and a Dodger fan? But see, my dad was military, so every 3 years we would move. And but the story with the Dodgers is I went out there, and my dad, bought me and my brother shirts. We were in the station in Nevada, so he bought him a Giant shirt and me a Dodger shirt. And your dad gives you something, you really think of it. So I'm a Dodger man for life. Later on, my dad, he was an Atlanta Brave fan. He said, "I wish I'd never bought you that damn shirt."
You're exactly right.
But anyway,
you can tell he was in Nevada because he said it right.
Yeah.
And most people say Nevada. But if they say Nevada, they're from there or been there.
I was born in Massachusetts. You should hear what they say about that.
Well, see, we're Virginians, right? Because we're born in Virginia. We're Virginians.
Right.
Massachusetts people are massholes.
Oh no!
I'm telling you, that is what Massachusetts people say.
Yeah.
I didn't make it up.
Yeah. Well, be careful if you go up there and say that. I'm not sure.
I know you've done a lot of cruises too.
Yes. We never did cruises because we were raising kids. So when we finally got to where we could do it, we did it, and oh my goodness, we really like it. I mean, all the good food you can eat, and oh my goodness, So yeah, we enjoy it.
I've seen you in front of a machine before a time or two as well in the casino.
Oh yeah, unfortunately I love the casino.
Yeah, so he's enjoying his retirement, and of course we want to thank you for being here with us today and being our guest picker on what we got called Who You Got. That's going to come up here about after the next break. And right now we do a thing called the top 5 and the bottom 5 of the National Football League, where Harry and Rick and myself, we pick the top 5 and bottom 5 of week 15. And my top 5, Harry and Rick and Randy, I got the Denver Broncos ranked number 1, sitting at 12-2. I did have a little bit of so far as Rick is a Denver Bronco fan, I did pick him. Now, Denver Broncos are 12-2. They have already clinched a playoff spot. They're sitting ready for the number 1 seed in the National Football League on the AFC side. Now, fellas, could any of you, I'll start with Rick. I know you're a Denver fan. Did you think that y'all would be this good this soon after getting Sean Payton?
I thought we'd move up, but I thought it would take us a few more years.
I mean,
so I'm glad it's working out the way it is, but I thought it would take a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, we made our picks back in the preseason, and I don't think none of us had Denver winning the division. Needless to say, the top seed to where you'd have to go through Denver to get to the Super Bowl in the AFC. And right now, looking at their division, which is a very decent division, the Denver Broncos are 12-2. The Chargers are 10-4. The Chiefs, of course, got eliminated yesterday. They're 6-8, and the Las Vegas Raiders are 2-12. And the Pete Carroll experiment in L.A., Harry, I think is probably over with. What do you think?
There's no doubt about it. He's just not what he was in Seattle. And I thought with him and Geno Smith hooking back up together since they were together before and successful that they would have something, but they must not have the rest of the team with them.
Yeah. Now, Randy, of course, your Minnesota Vikings are in the NFC. Do you pay a lot of attention to the AFC?
Yeah. I look at it. The Patriots, to me, are somebody to really watch out. And, that Trayvon, you got to root Trayvon Henderson. Boy, did you see him on Sunday?
Yeah, we played.
Busted out 2 long runs like that. And then talking about fantasy football, that's a strange thing. You can cheer for somebody like that. But then I looked out, and who's my opponent have? Trayvon Henderson. And he's got 31 points, and I'm now eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah. Now, of course, this is the first round of the playoffs in fantasy football.
Yes.
And Harry had a bye in both leagues.
That's the way to go.
I got a bye of the whole playoffs because I didn't make it.
Well, I'm with you now.
Yeah, and like I said, your fantasy league been around 27 years as long as the ones that we play in. And, yeah, that's really difficult when you have more than one team.
Yeah.
And you got one player on this league and one player on the other league, and then you're playing against that opponent. It's pretty tough.
Well, you've seen my team, Steve. I've kind of solved that problem. Out of the 12 players, 8 of mine are the same on both teams.
Mm-hmm. And you're doing well. You made a comeback. He was 1-5-1.
Oh, my goodness.
And he went on to win the rest of the games. And he had the most points scored against him, but he also scored the most points.
Wow.
And he's the Dallas Cowboys of fantasy football in that league, because the Dallas Cowboys they score 29 points a game, but they also give up 30 points a game.
Right, we're in a touchdown league. We don't do points. Our average score is about 34 points, but they were scoring 70 on me. I mean, Dwayne scored 79. Mike Nolte scored 71 on me, and
that's unheard of in the touchdown league, scoring that many points.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of luck involved.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Because matchups can be everything. You can have the high score, or the second high score, and happen to be playing the guy that's got the first high score when you beat 8 other teams and you get a loss.
He's doing really well because he's got Josh Allen too.
Oh yeah, boy, what a performance he had yesterday.
Yeah,
Josh Allen in both leagues, Aubrey in both leagues, and Achan and Kyron Williams in both leagues.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you stop and think about who's in them leagues with you, but I'm one of them. But I didn't do that well. And speaking of parity in our league, with 2 weeks to go, I was 6-6. If I win the next 2 games, I make the playoffs at 8-6.
Yep.
I lost the next 2 games, and now I got the first pick in the draft. That's parity right there. That's a big deal, in our league. But get back to our top 5. I got the Denver Broncos, number 1, the Rams, number 2, the Seahawks, number 3, the New England Patriots, number 4, being 11-3, and I picked the San Francisco 49ers to win the Super Bowl this year. That I did. They are 10-4. I got them ranked number 5. Rick, who you got?
I'm going to start backwards. I got the Bills at number 5, the Patriots at number 4, the Seahawks at number 3, the Rams at number 2, and, of course, the Broncos at number 1.
All right. Harry, who you got at the top 5, the National Football?
Same teams, different order. Seahawks at number 5, Patriots at number 4, Broncos at number 3, Bills at number 2, Rams at number 1.
All right. Randy, you want to put out something that you like out there?
Let's see what we got.
If you want to. And
I didn't have a paper written up on this one. Let's see. Well, I was really impressed with the Patriots, so I'm going to go with the Patriots. I think they're going to win it. I really do. And
you think they're going to win the Super Bowl?
I think they can. I really think they can.
Yeah, I think they can, but Perryville, I really like the coach. When he went there, and then when Travion got drafted there, that was our first thing because, when we had Trent on his dad, and we told him that, hey, let's hope he goes to New England because he was picked to go the next pick to Chicago. And New England picked him up.
I really think that Buffalo Bills and Patriots game this weekend was kind of like a preview. I really think they could beat them. No, sorry about that, Denver, but I really think they could be the championship game. You watch.
Yeah, well,
of course in the NFC you got to go Rams, but
yeah. Well, Rick and Harry both picked the Buffalo Bills to make it to the Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, there you go. That's not a bad pick. The Eagles seem to be struggling some though. They're not dominating.
They're going to win by default and win that division, and they're going to be in
exactly
and make a run. Now we're going to go to our bottom 5. If you're just joining us, this is the Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary and Rick Morris. Our special guest this hour is the one, the only Randy Wilson is with us. You can see him anytime, folks, any Thursday at Carr Brothers, singing karaoke, but he don't need the words. He sings it really, really well. And moving on to the bottom 5 of the National Football League. In my case, the worst team in the National Football League is the Tennessee Titans. They're 2-12. The Giants are 2-12. I got them. The Jets, as Harry would say, 3-11. They're bad because they're
the Jets.
The Jets. You're exactly right. Arizona, I think they had some hopes coming into the season, but it has gone south on them for sure. 3-11, and then I got the Cleveland Browns 3-11. They're the 5th worst team in my book for the National Football League. Rick, who you got?
At number 5, I've got the Browns. Number 4, the Jets. Number 3, the Giants. Number 2, the Raiders. And number 1, the Titans.
Yeah, the Titans, of course, that quarterback that came in there, I'm not sure if they're going to keep that coach or not. I think they should probably got rid of him beginning of the year, but they kept him, drafted the young quarterback, but they're not showing anything. They got 2 wins, but they're struggling. Harry, who you got?
Well, in 5th place from the bottom, I have the Cardinals. Then I have the Raiders at number 4, worst team. Giants is the 3rd worst team. Jets is the 2nd worst team, and we've been talking about the Titans. I think they are the worst team. It's hard to be worse than the Jets, but they somehow accomplished it.
You're exactly right. We were talking about it earlier. The Raiders, it looked like Pete Carroll's time is probably going to be done, one and done there with the Raiders. If Tom Brady gets his way, I assume that's the way it would be. So that does it for our top five, our bottom five. We're just about quarter after the hour, 7 o'clock. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to break down a little bit about the National Football League and the schedules, and then we're going to pick the games for this week coming up. And, folks, we got games on Saturday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday this week.
My kind of weekend.
Yeah, so
I think when we pick this tonight, I'm going to pick the one that who's going to win. I'm going to pick the one I don't think is going to win. I think I'll have more success tonight.
Yeah, we'll have the totals, the yearly totals when we get back as well. And Harry's got a nice little lead on Rick, but both of them have a big lead on me. But we'll go over that when we get back. You're listening to The Bottom Line right here on WHAP Hopewell.
K&L Barbecue at 1410 Maple Street, inside Cavalier Square, Hopewell. Wants you to know they have great specials on the daily menu, such as hamburger steaks, grilled chicken, a lightly fried chicken sandwich, and of course, the best chicken and dumplings in the Tri-Cities. And don't forget about their world-famous barbecue and sauce. Dine in or carry out at K&L Barbecue. Call 458-4241. That's 458-4241 for K&L Barbecue.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Toni Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Himco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Himco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Himco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Himco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
Carr Brothers, located at 3100 Jackson Farm Road here in Hopewell. The Gathering Place has great salads, specials every day, and without a doubt, the best burger in town. Call for carryout at 458-4144. That's 458-4144. Carr Brothers.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line.
That's what I said.
All right, we are back here at the studios, the K&L Barbecue Studios, right here at WHAP Hopewell, 1340 AM, 96.9 FM. We want to thank you for joining us and taking a look at the headlines. Of course, Mahomes is out with an ACL. Kansas City season is over. They're not over, but they are eliminated from the playoffs. Taking a look, Phillip Rivers made a comeback yesterday with his man bod, and he's going to be the Colts starter for next week on Monday Night Football when they take on the 10-4 San Francisco 49ers, and that's a big win. And Joe Burrows is to start the final 3 games for the Cincinnati Bengals, which they have been eliminated from the playoffs as well. And like I said, Parsons is also out for the season for the Green Bay Packers. He tore his ACL yesterday too, and like I said, I am Steve the Truth alongside of Harry Clary, Rick Morris, and our special guest today is Randy Wilson. And Randy, your thoughts real quick on the Green Bay Packers. Of course, you're a Minnesota fan, so I'm pretty sure you pay attention to your division as well. Green Bay went out, gave up a lot to get Parsons to come back. He was the missing piece for them to win the Super Bowl.
Really rough to lose him. Really, really rough.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a big deal. Of course, Green Bay still got the 27-year-old thing going on.
Right.
Bart Starr won the Super Bowl at 27 years old. Brett Favre won the Super Bowl at 27 years old. Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl with Green Bay at 27 years old. And Jordan Love just turned 27 years old.
So we shall see, huh?
That's exactly
I don't know
right.
that he's going to join the club, though.
Yep. So it is just about the time, 7:20, as we do every Monday night. We go to Rick Morris with the NHL update.
All right. Here are the scores from Sunday's games. The Canucks beat the Devils 2-1. The Mammoth get a win over the Penguins 5-4. The Hurricanes take care of the Flyers 3-2. The Wild get a huge win over the Bruins 6-2. The Canadiens beat the Oilers 4-1, and the Sabres get a win over the Kraken 3-1. Tonight's games, beginning at 7 o'clock, we have the Panthers at the Lightning and the Ducks at the Rangers. At 7:30, the Senators take on the Jets. Then at 8 o'clock, we have the Predators at the Blues. And finally, the Kings at the Stars. That's it for the NHL updates. Now back to Steve.
All right, brought to you by Legion Jones Insurance, located right there in Prince George. And Rick, to update them 2 games that just started, Florida's up already 2-0 with 13:05 to go in the first, and it's all knotted up at 0 with 11 minutes to go in the first with the Rangers and Anaheim.
P. Diddy can't make up his mind whether he likes the Predators, the Oilers, or the Kraken.
All right. You know, that's funny. I started watching that documentary this past weekend on that, so I'm going to follow up and finish watching that. I know a lot of people's got their opinions about this, that, and the other, but yeah, I started watching that on Netflix, so that's, football season's coming down to an end, so you got to do something, and so it should be a lot of fun. And thanks, Rick, for that update for the National Hockey League, brought to you by Legion Jones Insurance. All right, now we got something that we call Who You Got. We do every Monday night right here on the Bottom Line. And this is how we play it.
We have made it to the point of the show when we attempt to see into the future and make our weekly NFL picks. We will tally up our correct picks at the end of the season to determine a champion. Get ready for Who You Got.
That's right. Get ready for Who You Got. And taking a look at the leaderboard, of course, Harry, you sit atop of the leaderboard with 127 correct picks. I'm not going to say how many we got wrong. It's just how many we got right.
Yeah, that's out of like 400, right?
Yeah. Rick, you're in second, 3 games behind him at 124. So you're hanging in there. And, of course,
I'm making a comeback.
Yeah, don't call mine a comeback. I only got 114. So I'm 13 out of the lead. So that's when Dolphins have 7 losses. So
there you go.
Yep.
This has been the hardest year to pick teams I have ever seen. I mean, it's like last week I said, well, Tampa Bay's going to win. Baker Mayfield's going to go out there, man. He has to win. You know what I mean? And Atlanta, sometimes, London is out, and then they're going to have a backup quarterback. They're going to have Kirk Cousins. I'm going to pick Baker Mayfield. And what happens? The opposite.
Goes off.
The opposite. Yeah, you're exactly right. It's been some games hard to pick. Like I said, Carolina defeated Atlanta 30-0, and then Atlanta comes back and beats Carolina. But the first game on the slate we got this week is Thursday night. It's the Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. That game is for the NFC West lead. Both teams come in at 11-3, and they're playing at Seattle. Seattle at home is 5-2, and the Rams on the road is 5-2, but Seattle on the road is 6-1. So, Harry, who you got, the Rams or the Seahawks?
Good God, I bet if you tossed a coin up in the air, it would land on the edge on that one. I'm going with the Rams, so if y'all want to win this week, pick Seattle.
Rick, who you got? The Rams or the Seahawks?
That's a hard one to call, but I'm going to take the Rams.
All right.
Even though Seattle's at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks. I like the way they're playing. Like I said, they won a game yesterday against the Colts, and Phillip Rivers' dad's bod that he's got going on. They say field goals don't win games. They kicked 6 of them yesterday.
That was actually the first game I saw on TV that they ever won where they all kicked all field goals.
Yeah, both teams.
Never won a game like that where they kicked all field goals.
You just got to outscore your opponent, and that's what it is. And I like Seattle. I like the Rams too. They're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to be very strong in the playoffs. But I like Seattle at home, so I'm taking the Seahawks. Randy, who you got?
Well, I'd go with the Rams on this one, I'll tell you. I think the Rams are going to win it.
All right, he's picking the Rams, going out on a limb.
Trying to get my first win.
That's right. All right, taking a look at the Saturday's games. As I said, it's just about that time of year. At 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, it's the Philadelphia Eagles that are, let me put my glasses on so I can see, that are taking they're 9-5, and with Dallas losing last night to Minnesota, they're 2 games up. But they're playing the Washington Redskins at 5 o'clock, and this is the first time they play Washington. They play Washington, then they play the Giants, I think, and then they play Washington again. Yes. So Ken Washington and Mariota, as we read earlier, that Daniels is sitting for the rest of the season for the Washington Redskins. Looks like that Mariota will be the guy to start. Rick, who you got, man? You got the Eagles or the Commanders at 5 o'clock on Saturday?
I'll be taking the Eagles.
He's going out on a limb, taking the Eagles. All right, Harry, who you got, man?
I've got the Eagles.
He's going out on the limb as well.
So just put your money somewhere else.
Randy, who you got, man? These two teams are a divisional game. You never know what might happen.
And this is interesting. I just got a call the other day, and Philip, he offered me a ticket to go with him, so I'm going to be at this game. So, but I'll be pulling for Washington, but I think Philadelphia will win.
Yeah,
it's with the Eagles.
Well, like I said, I think Washington plays good at home. They had the game against Denver. Yeah. Washington should have won that game.
And actually, Mariota is coming off the bench has really looked good. He's actually sometimes played better. So
so it's like I said. So you're taking the Eagles?
I'll take the Eagles, but
I'm taking.
Won't be pulling for them, but I'll take them.
I'm going to take the Washington Redskins and see if they can pull one out and, like I said, help the Dallas Cowboys because they need. The only way Dallas is going to get in is win the division.
The Eagles have to lose all 3.
Yeah, they got to lose all 3 of them, and then Dallas has got to win all 3 of them. Which their last game, with Christmas Day, they're playing Washington. That Dallas Cowboys are. So that game's going to be on a Thursday. That should be a lot of fun.
And they're going to get a bag of coal.
Yeah, you're exactly right. You're just joining us here at the bottom of the hour at 7 o'clock. This is The Bottom Line with Steve the Truth, featuring Harry Clary, Rick Morris, and our special guest with us is Randy Wilson, pride of the Minnesota Vikings. And, of course, you can check him out any Thursday night there at karaoke at Carr Brothers. Check that out as well. The second game, fellas, on Saturday night, Randy, I'm going to start with you. This is a divisional game. It's the Green Bay Packers taking on the surprising Chicago Bears with Ben Johnson doing his thing in Chicago right now. Real quick, your thoughts about, and that's your division. And did you think Ben Johnson was going to be this effective in
I really didn't
the
think
first
Chicago
season?
would have a record like this because earlier Minnesota played and beat them, with McCarthy, and that was when he was starting. So, yeah, they were really coming around playing good ball.
Yeah, Chicago's 10-4, Green Bay's 9-4-1. And get this, folks, the Detroit Lions are 8-6, and they really need help now to make the playoffs.
That's something. Yeah.
And then Minnesota comes in, of course, with that big win last night. You're 6-8, so you can win the rest of them. Y'all can finish with a winning record.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? It's the best feeling in the world.
Now it's fun. Spoiler.
Yeah, when your team is winning like that. And y'all looked pretty good last night against the Cowboys. So let's start with Rick. Rick, who you got, the Packers or the Bears?
Taking into consideration the Micah Parsons injury, I'm going to have to take the Bears.
He's taking the Bears. Harry, who you got?
Well, let's see. A Packer is a man that works in a place and with cheese and stuff, packing cheese. And if he went up against a bear, I think a bear would win. So I'm going with the Bears.
He's going with the Bears. Who you got there, Randy?
With that logic, I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah. I'm taking the Chicago Bears because taking a look at their home, they're playing at home, and they're 5-1 at home, 5-3 on the road. The Green Bay Packers on the road is 4-2-1. But in the division, the Green Bay Packers are undefeated. They're 4-0. And Chicago is 1-3 in the division. And Detroit Lions 1-3 in the division. The Minnesota Vikings 2-2.
Beat Detroit and Chicago. Good figure.
But yeah, I'll take the Bears and try to win this game and see what's happening because the Packers there, if the Packers do win this game, that half a game, that tie is going to really help them out to win this division.
And we know division games are the most difficult ones to pick.
And the weather in Chicago Saturday night.
That could be a factor.
That could be a factor as well. So, look like we see only Randy took the Packers. Everybody else took the Bears, correct?
That's right.
That's right. Okay, now we're moving on to Sunday's games, and we're going to start with a 1 o'clock game. Them Cowboys that Minnesota defeated last night will be taking on the second place of the AFC West, and that is the Los Angeles Chargers. They come in at 10-4, and they will be taking on the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, who is 6-7-1, and the Chargers, Harbaugh got them playing extremely well. They had a big win yesterday against Kansas City, and Chargers. Harry, who you got, man? The Cowboys or the
Let's see. Cowboys, the guy that rides a horse. Chargers like a lightning bolt. Yeah, guy ain't got a chance against a lightning bolt, so I'm going with the Chargers.
Going with the Chargers. Rick, who you got?
Well, I'll be rooting for the Cowboys, but I think the Chargers will win.
That's right. He's rooting against he wants the Chargers to lose because of his Denver Broncos sitting there pretty good. And Randy, who you got, man?
I'm not going to go against Harry again. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Chargers.
That's all right. Yeah. And I'm going to go.
See, he believes in electrocution.
Yeah. Yeah. You remember what they asked the Tampa Bay coach back in the day? How did you feel about your team's execution? And he said, I'm for it.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you're exactly right. But I'm going to take the Cowboys just to try to catch up. And like I said, I can see them coming back playing well. I really like the Cowboys, Coach. I was talking to somebody today about the defense for Dallas, but their coordinator, Eberflus, I don't care if, I really don't like him a lot. He was with Chicago last year. And when they lost that Hail Mary game to Washington, they proceeded to lose the next 9 games and give up points on defense. And now he's the defensive coordinator with the Dallas Cowboys. And I mentioned it earlier. They're scoring 30 points, but they're giving up 30 points. And it's hard to stay consistent like that. And that's what you need in the National Football League, to stay consistent. So I look for Dallas to make a change on that after the season. But Schottenheimer, I like him a lot. I liked his dad, too, back in the day.
Yeah.
coaching for the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, now we're moving on to the next game on our list here, just about 25 minutes toward the hour. Your Minnesota Vikings, Randy, taking on the New York Giants.
Yes.
And should be a very winnable game, playing in New York. Weather might be an issue, but like I said, y'all play inside now.
Yep, it's the dome.
Yep, so who you got, Minnesota or the Giants?
Oh, I'm not going to give up on the Vikings there. They're looking good right now.
Yeah, they looked really good last night, and like I said,
go with them again.
It was terrible that y'all got eliminated from the playoffs yesterday afternoon before that game started.
Yeah, well, they knew it was going to happen, you know.
Yeah.
They have a rough year with quarterbacks.
All right, Rick, who you got, the Vikings or the Giants?
I'm going with the Purple People Eaters.
All right, he's going with the Vikings. And Harry, who you got?
Well, Vikings are fighting people, and Giants are just tall, so I'm going to have to go with the Vikings.
That's right, and the Giants, they were in my bottom five, of course, and taking a look at the record right now, they're 2-12, but I think they got a bright future with the quarterback. I like Dart. I think he's going to be good. I like the wide receiver yesterday. He played extremely well, and they almost come back and beat Washington yesterday. And I think they're going, once they find the right coach, because they need the right coach, they got an interim in there now. So I think the Giants should be improved, much improved next season.
Yeah, you got to improve from 2 games winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I got Wan'Dale Robinson on my team. Of course, he's on the bench, but I played him this week.
Yeah. Well, hey, like I said, if you're playing fantasy football, folks, this week, congratulations to you for making the playoffs, because I didn't. With that, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and pick some more. In the game, the first game we're going to pick when we come back after break is the game that should have been at 8:20, but they moved it out and played it at 1 o'clock, and we'll let you know who that game is when we come back. You're listening right here to The Bottom Line on WHAP, The Point.
Hi, this is Andy Clark with Ligon Jones Insurance Services. We're proud to give back to our community by supporting local youth sports and encourage you all to get out and cheer for your team. We're a local independent agent representing Erie Insurance and several others. Give us a call at 804-458-8522 or stop by our new location at 5392 Prince George Drive, Suite B, and let us show you what old-fashioned customer service feels like. We can be your insurance concierge and save you money. www.ligonjones.com.
I just want to encourage everybody listening today. Your health matters. Your peace matters. You don't have to settle for feeling exhausted, stressed, or just stuck wherever you are. God gave us everything we need. Simple, powerful gifts from the earth to support our bodies naturally. It's not complicated. It's not overwhelming. It's just about taking one small step back to what He originally intended. You deserve to feel amazing. And natural solutions are really closer than you think. It's just a text, a phone call, or a stop by Carr Brothers away.
Start your wellness journey today. Reach out to Toni Carr Hathaway. She's been waiting for you. Text wellness to 804-212-8571.
Hemco, a family-owned business which operates as a full-service buyer, processor, and seller. Hemco purchases, collects, processes, then remits any and all salvageable materials such as copper, brass, aluminum, stainless steel, and much more for the recycling industry. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, located at 213 South 6th Avenue, Hopewell, Virginia. For services or questions, call Hemco at 458-8514. Open Monday through Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's Hemco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company.
Looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate? Let Keith and Mandy at Hourglass Realty Group guide you and your family through the journey of home ownership for years to come. With over 17 years of experience as multi-million-dollar producers, they specialize in residential and commercial properties across Richmond, Chesterfield, the Tri-Cities, and surrounding areas. As partner agents with Veterans United, they take pride in helping active and retired veterans find the perfect home. Plus, Keith is a licensed notary for your convenience. Call 804-712-0188. That's 804-712-0188 today and visit them at 11801 Center Street in Chester. They're online at hourglassrealtygroup.com.
Uh-oh, stranded on the side of the road, flat tire, dead battery, no worries. Tucker Towing Service, LLC has got your back. Whether it's cars, trucks, motorcycles, or trailers, we're here to get you moving again. Need a jump start or a tire change? We do that too. Proudly serving Hopewell, VA, and surrounding areas. We're fast, reliable, and just a call away. Call Tucker Towing at 804-920-4383 or email us at tuckerstowingservice@gmail.com. Tucker Towing Service, LLC, your roadside lifeline.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Now, let's get back to Steve the Truth with the bottom line. That's what I said.
All right, we're back here just about 20 minutes toward the hour of 8 o'clock right here on Fox Sports Radio, 1340 AM, 96.9 FM. Of course, you can hear us on the web at WHAPradio.com, anywhere in the world. And don't forget, you can see the show on Comcast channel, TJ Video Channel 3 on your local cable in the area. Of course, tomorrow you'll see the show we had Dre Evans with us from the VFW. They brought us, that was 2 weeks ago. They brought us Popeyes and all that good stuff. And like I said, I really do appreciate their support. They were here supporting us because we promote youth sports on WHAP. And don't forget about the game tonight at 8:15, kickoff. Miami taking on Pittsburgh. Big game in the National Football League for playoff implications for the Steelers and the Ravens. And get you caught up of one game that's happening right now on Peacock in the NBA. That is the association. Boston on top of Detroit, 30-27. And taking a look at your scores for the National Hockey League, Florida still up 2-0 over Tampa Bay with 4:59 to go in the first period. And taking a look at VCU, they're playing right now, taking on Niagara Falls. I guess Niagara is 30-20 with 4:33 to go in the first half. Your VCU Rams in the lead. So we got you caught up with everything that's happening around town and in the sports. Now we're going back to what we always do at this time.
We have made it to the point of the show when we attempt to see into the future and make our weekly NFL picks. We will tally up our correct picks at the end of the season to determine a champion. Get ready for Who You Got.
That's right. We're playing Who You Got, and we've got Rick Morris with us, and, of course, Harry Clary and Randy Wilson, our guest picker tonight for the picks for the National Football League for Week 16, I believe it is. And, of course, we want to thank Hourglass Realty Group, Keith Wagner. He was a guest picker once. Big Woody Woodward, he's been a guest picker throughout the season as well. And we really appreciate Randy joining us today. And taking a look, as I said before the break, there was a game scheduled for 8:20 next Sunday night, but they moved it out to put the Ravens and the Patriots playing. That's a big game in the playoff seeds as well. So we got to pick the Bengals and the Dolphins. Of course, Cincinnati is eliminated from the playoffs. If Miami loses tonight, they'll be eliminated from the playoffs. So this game really don't have a lot of meaning unless Miami wins tonight, and they'll be playing at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'm reading the headlines right there that Burrows to start the final 3 games of the season. Of course, he is very unhappy in Cincinnati with what's going on there, and we could possibly see him playing for another team next season. They're 4-10, and Cincinnati at Miami. Rick, who you got?
I'm going to take the Dolphins on this one.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Harry, who you got?
Dolphins home in the water. Cats don't like water. Going with the Dolphins.
Yeah. Now, Randy, the Dolphins and the Bengals, of course, late in the season, may not be playing for much of anything. But who you got?
I'm going to go with Miami on this.
Oh, well, I appreciate it.
I think Cincinnati's starting to run out of gas, like you were talking about.
Yeah, I think they got a little turmoil. Of course, I think what the questions was asked to Joe Burrows last week was it personal or was it with the team? He said both.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's not a very positive thing. So hopefully he can get through it. Now, taking a look at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Carolina Panthers, that whole division, folks, is up for grabs when nobody wants to win it, because yesterday the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got beat by the Saints. They're 7-7. No, Tampa Bay got beat against Atlanta Thursday night, and then the Saints beat Carolina yesterday. So Tampa Bay 7-7, Carolina 7-7. The Falcons are eliminated, but they're 5-9, so there's no way they can win the division. And the New Orleans Saints are 4-10, and they have won 2 in a row. They almost beat Miami, and couldn't get the field goal off in time, or they would have tied us going to overtime. But they have won 2 games in a row, the New Orleans Saints, and I like their coach, Kellen Moore. I think he's going to, once he gets a quarterback, I think, because if you stop and think about it, when the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, when he was really, really playing up tier, Kellen Moore was the offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, and now he's taken that to New Orleans. And we've had the conversation before, Randy, here on the show, that don't look now, but there's an Archie Manning coming up to be drafted, and his grandfather played for the Saints. So that would be a good fit, I think, for Kellen Moore and the Saints, and it would definitely sell some jerseys, if nothing else. So, who you got? Tampa Bay taking on the Panthers. Who you got?
I'm going to go with Tampa Bay, but this could definitely go either way. The way they're up and down, these two teams. Yes, they are very up and down. Like I said, both teams are 7-7. The winner of this game is going to have the leeway to win this division, and one of them are going to have a home game. Right. And it's in the playoffs, and could be 8. It could be, well, they could be 9-8 or win 8-9. You never know. And Rick, who you got? Buccaneers, Panthers.
I'm going with the Bucs.
Going with the Bucs. And like I said, you said it earlier about Baker Mayfield, Harry. Sometimes he's been playing well. They started the season 6-2, and they've slowed up, and they're 7-7. Who you got?
Well, the Panthers are a mythical creature because there's no such thing as a black panther, ladies and gentlemen. If it's a big black cat, it's a leopard. And Buccaneers are pirates, and they got these hooks in their hand, and dangerous, But this mythical creature, so it just doesn't matter. So, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay. Now, looking at Tampa Bay and Carolina both in the division are 2-2, and still got some division games left. And Tampa Bay's 5-5 in the conference. And if you got to check out the game Thursday night, they had the creamsicle jerseys on, and the Falcons had the old school Billy White shoes, helmets and stuff like that. It was fun to watch to see that. Yep. And taking a look at our next game, we're taking the Saints and the Jets. So, Randy, who you got?
Can't go with the Jets. They got to go with Saints.
And the Saints have won
anybody against the Jets.
Yeah, the Saints have won 2 in a row, looking pretty good. Rick, who you got?
I'm going to take the Saints too.
All right, he's taking the Saints, and I'm taking the Panthers just to make sure I'm putting it on there. All right, Harry, who you got? The Jets or the Saints? The battle of the 3 and the 4 and 10.
Get ready.
This is a real tough one here because what Jets are.
Yeah.
But Saints, they've got
in.
like a spiritual connection. You know what I mean? So, but if the Jets crashed into the Saints, I'm picking the Jets.
He's taking the Jets. All right, moving on to the next one that I think we all agree here is the Bills and the Browns. I think we all going to take the Buffalo Bills. Rick, what's your thoughts?
I'm taking the Bills.
All right, he's taking the Bills. Harry, what do you think about Josh Allen with the big comeback yesterday? Looking pretty good and ideal for somebody playing fantasy football championship weekend, and they're playing the Browns.
Well, I put a picture of Josh Allen by himself on Facebook, and I wrote on there, Buffalo Bills team picture.
Yeah.
Go with the Bills.
Yeah, he's definitely doing his thing. Now, this wouldn't the next game we got on the list, we wouldn't who you got?
Oh, you got
Bills. Yeah, he's got the Bills. Now, this game would have been Saturday would have been a no-brainer. Now it's not. It's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Tennessee Titans. Who you got? Rick, who you got, buddy?
I'd like to see the Titans win another game, but I don't see them doing it maybe till next year. So I'm taking the Chiefs.
He's taking the Chiefs. I think they're going to try to prove something, Kelsey. Probably, the good thing about football, they got incentives in their contracts. And I'm pretty sure some of these guys are going to try to reach their goals to make more money. Harry, who you got?
All right, this is Chiefs and
Titans.
Remember
them? Remember the Titans?
Yeah, I remember the Titans. I remember Denzel.
Yeah.
And, oh, my God, this is such a tough one. Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Randy, who you got, big guy?
Hey, with this injury, these teams are kind of closer than you would think. This could go either way. I'll go Titans.
He's going with the Titans.
I think they might just sink all the way.
Yeah, let's go. And it's just bag out. Now, the Jags and Broncos, that's the game of the week, 4:25 this Sunday. Jacksonville's looking very, very good. They are at the top of the division, 10-4, and they're taking on the Denver Broncos, who are 12-2, already clinched the playoff spot, but hasn't clinched the top seed yet. Should be a good game, and this game is in Denver. Rick, who you got? Denver Broncos or Jacksonville?
I'll admit this is a scary game, but I'm going to take my Broncos.
He's taking the Broncos. Harry, who you got?
Well, Jaguars are really bad cats. I mean, they're tough and everything, but I think a Bronco could get up on its front feet. I've seen this before, and they take them back legs and they kick. The Jaguars won't be really good after that.
All right, Randy, who you got?
Let's go with the Broncos in Mile High.
Let's go with the Broncos. All right, now this game is Falcons-Cardinals. I'm going with Kirk Cousins and the Falcons on this, and everybody else agree with that?
I do.
Going with the Falcons.
Everybody knows a Falcon will tear up a Cardinal.
That's right. You're exactly right. Now, this is the Houston Texans. They just need to win out. They're in the playoffs. They're taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Who you got, Rick?
I never picked the Raiders.
That's right. He never picks the Raiders.
Texans.
That's a good year for you, then.
Yeah, that's the 13, folks. That's the 13 picks that I'm down to them because I have picked the Raiders a couple. Harry, who you got?
Raiders and
the Houston Texans.
Oh, we got to go with Houston, the best defense.
They definitely got the best defense.
And everything's big in Texas.
That it is. Randy, who you got?
It's Houston. It'll be over by halftime.
Yeah, I need, well, like I said, if we win tonight, when I say we, I mean the Miami Dolphins. If they win tonight, I need Houston to lose. So I'm taking Houston because I don't think the Raiders have enough to beat them. And there's another big game. If Miami wins tonight or not, and the Steelers win and go 8-6, they're traveling to Detroit Lions next Sunday afternoon as well. That's a big game for both teams to try to keep their playoffs hope alive. Rick, who you got, Steelers or Lions?
This one's a hard one for me, but I'm going to take the Lions.
All right. Harry, who you got?
Where are they?
They're playing in Detroit, inside.
Lions are king of the jungle.
That they are. Yes, they are. And Randy?
I'm following suit. I'm going with the Lions.
He's going with the Rams. All right. The game that they moved into the 8:20 spot, of course, has big implications on the playoffs for both teams. One team is probably pretty much in, but not yet, and that's the New England Patriots. They come in 11-3. They're taking on the Baltimore Ravens, and we have a lot of local people from Hopewell. Of course, we had Ronnie Walker on, Travion's brother, not too long ago, and they got a bus that they're taking up there Sunday to watch the game. A couple of the youth football coaches and the AD, Billy Horn and Hyatt, and them are making the trip up to Baltimore this weekend to watch Travion Henderson and the New England Patriots take on the Baltimore Ravens right here. A big game. Can New England bounce back after being up 21-0 against Buffalo and losing the game? Rick, who you got?
I'm taking Drake May and the Patriots.
He's taking the Patriots, the Pats. Who you got there, Harry Clare?
Well, the Patriots had the Bills. They just couldn't finish them off. I don't think Baltimore's as good as the Bills. So we're going with Patriots.
He's going with the Patriots.
Yeah,
Randy, who you got?
Patriots also. I told you, I think they're going to go for.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens. I see New England having a little lull right now, and then when they make the playoffs, Vrabel will have them ready to make that run. And like if they can get the one, well, they won't have the 1 seeds. And getting texts here. Of course, the ball game starts in about 15 minutes, and I'm gonna give Vic Mazie a shout out here on WHAP. He said Rodgers about to dice up them Miami Dolphins tonight. So good luck, Vic. Like I said, it should be fun. Of course, him and I have that a challenge, and in our office, I'm in a couple different jerseys because I don't bet money. I bet if we win, you wear a Miami jersey, and if we lose, I'll wear your jersey. So throughout the office, I got a San Francisco jersey on. I've got a Green Bay Packer jersey on, a Minnesota Viking jerseys, because Tim Bell, that used to work at the office, he's a Minnesota Viking fan, and a couple different jerseys. But Vic, we have one. And Vic has worn the Miami Dolphin jersey before, and he's going to wear it again tomorrow because we're going to defeat the Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. And the last pick of next week's draft, next Monday night, Phillip Rivers, big field, is going to be quarterbacking the Colts, and they'll be taking on the 49ers next week. A big game for both teams. Of course, Colts, the last team out, they need to keep winning to stay with Houston, and I think they got to play Houston the following week. So if they can keep winning, there'll be a chance to make the playoffs. Rick, who you got, 49ers or the Colts?
Phillip Rivers will be 0-2 in his return. I'm taking the 49ers.
He's taking the 49ers. All right, Harry, who you got?
Yeah, Phillip Rivers came in, and he did way better than I thought he could, gaining 30 pounds and not playing in 5 years. And he went into a game management role. You know, there's a lot of quarterbacks that just come out flinging and put you on your toes, and then there's the guys that know how to manage a game. He did an excellent job of managing the game, but the 49ers are going to tear him a new one this week.
Yeah, I can see that as well. Of course, he didn't do bad. He only had 120 yards passing, but why pass the ball if you got Jonathan Taylor? And, you know, first half of the season, he was scoring 3 touchdowns a game.
It's true, and I saw something on this. They were saying, you know, you can see he's full of energy because he never sat down on the sideline the whole game. Another guy said, well, that's because he's been hit a few times, and if you're that age, when you sit down, you're not going to get back up. And that's why he stayed up the whole time.
Yeah.
But I think the 49ers are going to knock him down a few times, so I'm going to go with the 49ers.
I'm taking the 49ers as well. I picked them to win the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is in Santa Clara this year, so I picked San Francisco to win the Super Bowl at their home field. So with that does it for our show. Next week is our last show of the year because of the holidays, and I'm on vacation the last week of December. So next Monday night will be our last show here. Don't forget, check out Channel 3 tomorrow. Drew Evans will be our guest on that from 5 to 6 on your local cable, and then we'll be back next Monday. And, of course, starting on Wednesday, you can check out our YouTube page at The Bottom Line Sports Talk Show at WHAP, and you can listen to this show right here throughout the weeks and see how well we do on our picks. I want to thank again to all our sponsors that we have. Of course, Hempco, Hopewell Iron and Metal Company, Carr Brothers, Toni's Oily World. I want to thank her for being here in the first hour. K&L Barbecue, Legion Jones Insurance, City Point Ice Cream. Please, if you get a chance, they're closed Mondays and Tuesdays, but if you get a chance, go down there to City Point Ice Cream and Burgers and tell them you heard it right here on WHAP. They have great burgers, great ice cream. Everything is really, really good. And I cannot thank Tucker's Towing enough with Melissa and Jerry Tucker of Tucker's Towing for sponsoring The Bottom Line. With that, we're going to say good night. Randy, thanks for being here again.
Thanks so much for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you want to give anybody a shout out or anything?
Tony Carr at Carr Brothers, man. I'm going to be there Thursday.
How about
I might go get a beer right now.
Yeah, how about your lovely wife?
Oh, yeah, Gina. How you doing, Gina? She said that's what he likes to do, talk sports. So she told me to get down here.
Yeah, well, that's great, man. I want to thank you for being here with us. And, of course, you and Rick are old buddies, and I've learned that the other night, so that's great to see y'all. And like I said, with that, we're going to call it a night. You're listening to The Bottom Line right here on WHAP Hopewell.
What was I just listening to? You've been listening to Steve the Truth Nugent with The Bottom Line. Big bottom, drive me out of my mind. On Fox Sports Radio 1340 AM.